When universities failed to reflect the changing values of American society, students took action to force reform. The 1968 San Francisco State College strike, led by students from the Black Student Union and the Third World Liberation Front, was a revolutionary challenge to racial inequality in higher education that provoked strong political backlash and resulted in lasting reforms, including the nation's first College of Ethnic Studies and expanded educational opportunities for students of color. Integration in colleges started in the 1950s. The main boost for this was Brown v. Board of Education, which started to change the policies. Even with the steps in the right direction, schools were still unequal. The Civil Rights Act of 1964 was passed, meaning that schools could no longer discriminate based on color, race, national origin, sex, or religion. Despite these laws, students still felt discrimination existed at universities. Students at San Francisco State College believed that the college had had enough time to create a more equal and inclusive environment before it got to the point where they felt like they needed to go on strike. Although progress had been made, there were still very few faculty of color and little representation in the curriculum. This gap between what the law had promised and what students experienced planted the seeds for action. George Mason Murray was hired on September 10th to teach the lower-income students in the English department. Murray was soon suspended on October 31st for allegedly saying, "We are slaves, and the only way to become free is to kill all the slave masters," and for allegedly suggesting that black students bring guns to campus to protect themselves from white racist administrators. His suspension was seen as racist because the trustees who pushed President Smith to suspend him were white. To students, this moment revealed how easily voices of color could be silenced and showed that the administration was not willing to listen. For students who were already unhappy, Murray's suspension became the breaking point. As a result, the Black Student Union threatened to strike and presented a list of 10 demands. 6 days later, the Black Student Union and the Third World Liberation Front officially called for a strike and added 5 more demands. What had once been frustration now became organized resistance. The San Francisco State Strike officially started on November 6, 1968. It became the longest student-led strike in history, lasting over 133 days. Students went on strike because they wanted more representation for students and faculty of color and the creation of ethnic studies at the college. Their decision showed that they believed change would not happen without direct action. 2 main groups led the strike, the Black Student Union and the Third World Liberation Front. The Black Student Union urged other students to form the Third World Liberation Front, which represented all non-white and non-black minorities. The BSU and TWLF came together to form a unified front to fight against administration and to not back down from the needs they wanted filled by the college. The BSU and TWLF came together with shared leadership to form unified demands. This cooperation strengthened the movement and made it harder for the administration to divide students. Students gathered between noon and 3 p.m. at the speaker's platform, holding rallies that often turned into marches towards the administration building. These actions led to confrontations with Samuel Ichie Hayakawa, the college administrator, who became acting president in November 1968. Each confrontation increased tension and drew more attention to the students' cause. The strike showed how the administration had little control over the students and showed how powerful organized resistance could be. Because leaders felt threatened, they responded with police presence, arrests and suspensions, emergency declarations, and public statements labeling students as disruptive or dangerous. Instead of weakening the movement, this reaction actually strengthened the students' argument that the system resisted inclusion and change. Many of the students not involved with the strike still supported the want of ethnic studies at the school, while some others just saw the strike as a disruption and wanted it to end. The strike drew the attention of California Governor Ronald Reagan. Governor Reagan claimed the strikers were only trying to cause a riot, not to get academic freedom. He felt that the strike threatened the order of the school. The strike also went against how he wanted higher education in California to look. Reagan feared setting a statewide precedent. If San Francisco State students succeeded, other California campuses might strike, or students could demand changes statewide. The worldwide media also focused on the strike's length, turning a campus protest into a national issue. The strike caused the college to shut down for a total of 115 days. The first shutdown happened on November 13th, just 13 days before President Smith resigned and S.I. Hayakawa became acting president. When the school reopened on December 2nd, Hayakawa made a declaration of emergency, bringing hundreds of police officers onto campus. Many students reacted violently, and many of the protesters got suspended or arrested. On December 11th, the American Federation of Teachers at San Francisco State formed a picket line that went around campus. The campus closed again 2 days later on December 13th for winter break. When school resumed on January 6th, the faculty went on strike. After months of pressure, on March 20th, the Black Student Union, the Third World Liberation Front, and a committee of faculty members reached an agreement with the administration. On March 21st, Hayakawa signed it, officially ending the strike. The length and intensity of the protest made compromise unavoidable. After the strike had ended, the agreement was put into effect. The college hired more faculty of color and created special admissions programs such as the Educational Opportunity Program. The following year, San Francisco State College became home to the nation's first College of Ethnic Studies. The number of students of color who attended San Francisco State College doubled within a second year. Colleges around the nation also started admitting double the number of students of color after 1969. African American studies and other ethnic studies programs spread nationwide. What began as a campus strike reshaped higher education across the United States. Students at San Francisco State College went on strike to demand ethnic studies and more representation for students and faculty of color. The reaction from administrators, police, politicians, and the media revealed how threatening their demands were to existing systems of power. Their persistence led to the creation of the first College of Ethnic Studies and inspired hundreds of universities to adopt more inclusive curricula. Before 1968, ethnic studies in higher education were practically non-existent. Today they are common because of the San Francisco State College strike. The San Francisco State College strike opened doors to higher education for students who had long been excluded and proved that organized student voices could reshape the future.